Hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome back. I really appreciate y'all hanging in there with me during my sickness. I've been very sick, but I finally went to the ER. Did not help me at all. I ended up, they kicked me out. Wouldn't help me. Ended up staying there at the hospital for like 14 hours waiting for my doctor's office to open. And I am so glad I did. I live really far from the hospital, so this is why I had to stay there. I didn't want to leave. I actually got there through an ambulance, and so I didn't want to leave because I needed emergency help. I was in severe pain, and apparently it turns out I have ulcers. So not just that, but I have some other things going on. But I'm back. Hopefully, this medicine is helping me out, and I am back. I am ready to do this for you. So I am back. Thank you for hanging in there with me, guys. I really do appreciate you. Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for Sagittarius. All right. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what's going on in your energy. Okay, so the Nine of Blades in reverse is the first card out. So that indicates to me that you've been going through a really rough time. Okay, it could be with somebody, it could be specifically with a person, it could be with a Leo with that sun energy coming out in reverse, could be with a Capricorn. Okay, it does look like do take what resonates, guys. Remember that this is a general reading. So maybe you've been feeling a little depressed or something lately. Okay. And that might be for one of you. If not, then there is something else going on here. And I will dig deeper and it'll become more clear as we go. Let's see what it's at the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups, but in reverse. So, yeah, you have been dealing with somebody pretty bad here. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm hearing like you're trying to get away from toxicity. That's what I'm hearing. You're trying to get away. You're trying to get that energy away from you as far as possible. Now, if that is not the case for you guys, then there's something going on here where it looks like there might be some deep-seated fears about something. Okay, if that's not the issue, there could be some kind of inner turmoil going on in your energy here. I am seeing here that somebody is learning how to cope, or finding a way to get help at this time. This could also indicate guilt. Okay, so maybe you feel guilty about something and learning how to cope with that. Whatever it is, Sagittarius, that you're going through, we were going to dig deeper. Okay, so do take what resonates with you at this time. Okay. And that might be what is causing some form of depression or anything like that. Okay. A lot of times we're harder on ourselves than we should be. This is confirming the Ace of Blades in reverse over here. Okay. Now it's coming out in reverse. So it makes me feel like, well, it kind of makes me feel like maybe for somebody around, somebody's around you trying to make things seem a certain kind of way, or this could be you. You just feel a certain kind of way, and I know this is like really hard to understand. Um, it can be hard to understand, but it could be like how do I say this? Like things only seem really bad, but they're not as bad as you think they are kind of energy. Okay. Now I do see the Judgment in reverse, the Five of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Five of Coins in reverse. So it makes me feel like, yes, maybe there was some bad decisions. Maybe you made a recently bad decision, something like that. Maybe you're just trying to avoid conflict at this time or avoid any kind of traps or negative energy or things like that at this time. I do feel very strongly that things are turning around. If you've been going through a hard time financially in a like in a romantic situation or whatever it is, things are not as bad as you think. Things are not as bleak as you think, because something is building up here. There's definitely something that is coming together, And it's coming in together in such a way that it makes me feel like you're gonna be able to manifest something for yourself. Now, it doesn't mean like it's all gonna be peaches and cream. No, no, nothing like that. But it does mean that you have the power, the willpower inside of yourself. Basically what I'm seeing is like you have this willpower inside of yourself because you do have the creator right here. Okay. So you do have the creator right here. And it does make me feel, and if you look here, you do have the five of coins in reverse, which is the five of coins is being included in something. It's building something up, like after something crashes down, something falls apart, or like after bankruptcy, for instance, right? Bankruptcy or something like that, you start building yourself up. You get back to work, you start saving money, start paying off debts, things start building up again. And that's the energy I'm getting here, like you're building something up again. After a really hard fall, I'm just going to say, it looks like you've been through a ringer, a really bad, tough period here. It looks like, yeah, really hard period where you're just feeling frustrated and you just want to push away people around you, that kind of thing. You might even feel like giving up or something like that. I do feel very strongly that you have been giving up certain things like arguing and fighting with people. You're just done. That's what I'm hearing. You're just done. If you say something once, that's it. That's it. You're not going to repeat yourself. At least that's what I'm hearing. You're not going to repeat yourself anymore. You're done because you realize that you've lost so much already by trying to argue with somebody here. You know what I mean? You've lost it's more of losing your energy. You lost energy trying to argue with somebody because it was like spitting in the wind, that kind of energy. I do feel like you have found some kind of solution. You know, you found the solution. The solution is you're not going to do nothing. The solution is you're done. You're not going to fight anymore. You're not going to argue with somebody no more. You're done with all the chaos that this person has brought into your life here. I am hearing you are turning a new leaf in life here. This person that you've been having problems with, this could be somebody from your past. Somebody that you've known for a long time. Okay? Especially with the Six of Cups coming out in reverse. This might have something to do with the past situation. And this person trying to make you feel guilty. Trying to make you feel like, a certain kind of way. Somebody from your past. But for a lot of you, I feel like you are definitely letting go of the past. You're done because you see the chaos that this person has played out in your life, and you're done with it. And you know what? Good for you. Because now you could take control. I see here you have your skills, you have your talents, you have your abilities, you have a very strong willpower here. I'm going to see what this person wants from you because I think you've been dealing with somebody who wants a lot of revenge. Yes, you do. You have somebody around you who's been talking smack about you. This is why you're giving up on this person. You are giving up on this person because this person has played so many games with you, caused so many delays for you. And I'm hearing now you're focused on the future. You're not focusing on the past anymore. You're letting go of the past. You're done. So if this person, it looks like they haven't got the memo. They haven't got the memo because they really do believe their charm and their looks and their charisma is going to pull you back in, Sagittarius. They really do believe it. But the cards don't lie. This person does. This person does. They've been lying. So if you've been feeling depressed or a certain kind of way, it's because this person has been like gaslighting you to make you feel that way. But you don't have to feel that way anymore, Sagittarius. You don't have to feel guilty. You don't have to feel sad. You don't have to be depressed anymore. You don't have to go through any of that anymore. Because everything that you need is inside of yourself. You might have Gemini in your chart, just so you know. Okay? But you don't have to. But everything that you need is inside of yourself. You have the ability to create whatever it is that you want. The lies that they spread about you, there's nothing that you could do about it now. Whoever chooses to believe this person, then they have made their choice. So if you're pushing people away, well, then that must be why. Because they're believing the lies about you. And that tells you more about that person and where their loyalty stands and how well they know you. And that's how this is coming out. This is exactly what's coming out. Look at the delays you've been through. Wow, you've been through a lot of delays. Setbacks. Setbacks after setbacks after setbacks. Wow. A lot of stuff going on here. I'm hearing in the past you've had to defend yourself a lot. Wow. And you know what I'm hearing? You don't know exactly what this person's doing right now. Yeah, you don't know. But you don't care anymore. You're done. You're fed up. You're going through the emotional trauma that this person has put you through. And that's why you're turning a new leaf. That's why you're going to rebuild a new life for yourself here. Yeah, it's done. This person pushed you too far. Wow, so this person was a lot of talk, huh? They talked you into things, or they did a lot of talking, made things look good a certain kind of way, and then just dropped you. Made promises that they weren't supposed to make, or they shouldn't have made. Lies. Lots of lies, yeah. Somebody here might be having a hard time, like, speaking or communicating. Somebody here might have a hard time at this time, and it's because, this might be a very fresh wound that you're going through. If it's not, then it might just be because of how long you were around this person, and the longer you were around somebody, the more longer it takes to process everything that you went through. So if you were around this person for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, that's about how long it's going to take you to process and put the pieces together to understand how manipulative this person was and how bitter and how revengeful this person was. It's going to take time to heal from this, that's for sure. But Sagittarius, you can do it, and you already have a good start at this from what I could tell. A good start at healing and overcoming everything. Your own willpower and your own spirit is all you need. And you're going to be just fine. That's how it's coming out for you, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you guys being here. I really do appreciate y'all standing by me through my illness. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I am open to personal readings at this time. The information will be in the description down at the bottom. If you would like to give a donation, those would also be appreciate it. No matter if it's only $1, whatever it is, it's always appreciated, guys. And catch me in the next one. Y'all take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. And y'all take care. Bye-bye.